Very prideful, and I think that is very common in that.
Yeah.
But when Blake and I will go out for dinner or something like that, the entire time is spent talking about how could we be.
Director Justin Baldoni is now suing his former co-star Blake Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds.
Or a little meek, powerless Blake just had to deal with his aggressive advances. That's just so obviously a lie at this point. This isn't going to end well for you, Blake. Sorry.
Was such a brat that she wanted to control every scene, wanted to see all the dailies, wanted to do her own cut and did her own cut of the movie. All this is very unusual for just an actress in the film.
I mean, honestly, the way that I get into a character is through their style. So it was more about who Lily is that was so fascinating to me.
And find my way back to center. That is one thing I can assure you of. And I'm sorry I made you feel that way. That must have felt terrible.
Have you ever pondered how a Hollywood romance can spiral into an intense legal confrontation? At this very moment, the world of entertainment is in a tizzy as Justin Baldoni boldly unveils a new website amid an escalating dispute with Blake Lively. This isn't just another celebrity quarrel, it's a high-stakes clash of legal accusations, online evidence, and strategic power moves that could send shockwaves through the industry.
Seeking more than $400 million in damages, accusing them of defamation and extortion. Baldoni directed and acted in the hit film It Ends With Us, which starred Lively as well. 2 weeks ago, Lively sued Baldoni and his production company, alleging harassment on set and a coordinated campaign to attack her reputation. A lawyer for Baldoni called Lively's claims false.
It all began on the set of It Ends With Us, a film that not only won hearts, but also ignited conversations on social media. In the movie, Baldoni and Lively were portrayed as the ideal on-screen couple. Yet behind the scenes, a darker, unforeseen narrative unfolded. What initially appeared as a promising artistic partnership has devolved into a bitter legal battle, with both sides launching serious allegations.
Alleged claims of harassment are complete BS. Here's what really happened. Released their actual texts, putting things like, he watched me breastfeed naked in my trailer in context when we saw text from her saying, I'm breastfeeding in my trailer, come on.
As the drama continues to develop, it becomes evident that the conflict goes beyond personal grievances. It touches on reputation, media distortion, and the elusive nature of truth in Hollywood. The newest twist is the launch of a website named Lawsuit Info by Justin Baldoni this past Saturday.
Hey, Blake. It is 2 a.m. Hopefully this does not wake you up. Whew. Wow. There's so much I want to say to you, and I hope that we can FaceTime or see each other in person soon and get to talk more. But I'm just gonna send you a few thoughts, and hopefully it's not gonna be more than a few minutes. But that I don't have the best track record. I don't think either one of us have the best track record for our voice memos. I want to start with an apology. Man, reading the second part of your message, my heart sank. And I'm really sorry.
More than a mere blog or statement, the site serves as a comprehensive digital dossier that includes his revised complaint along with a detailed 168-page timeline of events. According to the website, this timeline meticulously records every significant moment of the dispute, even featuring alleged text exchanges between Baldoni and Lively.
We always tease each other. He was, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, if I lost you and I, went to the park with our 3 kids, think of the ladies I can. This is a horrible thing to say. And he's like, I've got a long list. And I was like, oh really? Because I just have one on my list.
Oh.
I didn't. I don't have anyone on my list.
And then it wasn't funny anymore.
No, it's so much more of a burn. He's like, wait, who? And I was like, think of someone. Think of someone. Bob Newhart. I don't know.
With this move, Baldoni isn't simply voicing his side, he's revealing all his evidence for public scrutiny, making it clear that he refuses to retreat. But what exactly is at stake in this legal tussle? On one side, Blake Lively, 37, filed a lawsuit against Baldoni, 41, last December, accusing him of SH and alleging that he orchestrated a smear campaign to ruin her reputation.
Justin and his team promised to start releasing all of his correspondence with her. They're saying, we'll be an open book. This is not a nice person. And Justin bent over backwards to accommodate her many.
In response, Baldoni has countered with not one, but several lawsuits. He's not only targeting Lively, but has also involved her husband, Ryan Reynolds, in accusations of civil extortion, defamation, and invasion of privacy.
She said, just read it, because I was looking for movies that could be commercial and speak to the human experience. And
Were you reading romance novels?
And I had never read a romance novel.
Never?
And she said, just trust me, read it. So I read it, and by the end of the book, I couldn't even read the text on the page because I was crying so much. My wife was in bed next to me, and she's, I got snot coming out of my nose.
Adding to the complexity, Baldoni has taken aim at the New York Times for libel, claiming that the paper played a role in propagating what he deems falsehoods. Both parties firmly deny these allegations, leaving the public to question whose narrative is truthful in this labyrinth of claims. Central to Baldoni's new online venture is the extensive timeline that could prove pivotal in the case. Spanning 168 pages, this document chronicles every major event related to the production of It Ends With Us and the ensuing legal saga. Among its pages are purported text messages that may illuminate previously hidden aspects of the interactions between Baldoni and Lively during filming. If verified, these messages might provide a new angle on the contentious incidents that have brought the dispute into the courtroom. Introducing such detailed evidence is a daring tactic, implying that there is more beneath the surface than the headlines suggest. The legal proceedings have taken an even more dramatic turn recently. Baldoni has amended his lawsuit, citing an overwhelming amount of new proof that has emerged. His attorney, Brian Friedman, has been unusually candid, accusing Lively and her team of months-long collusion aimed at tarnishing reputations through what he describes as a complex web of lies, false accusations, and manipulated illicit communications. These strong words underscore how deeply this feud has entangled issues of credibility and trust. Baldoni's amended complaint isn't merely about past wrongs. It's a calculated strategy to reframe the narrative by leveraging fresh evidence that he asserts validates his version of events. Not everyone is convinced by Baldoni's claims, however. A spokesperson for the New York Times has dismissed his filings as rife with inaccuracies. The spokesperson argued that the assertion regarding the newspaper's early access to Lively's civil rights complaint is completely unfounded, nothing more than the ramblings of amateur internet investigators rather than substantiated facts. This stark divergence between the two camps highlights the fierce media battle running parallel to the legal drama. In an age where a single tweet or leaked document can shift public opinion, the truth seems to be the first casualty in this war of narratives. Adding further complexity to the situation, Baldoni recently shared outtakes from a romantic scene in It Ends With Us. He insists these clips debunk Lively's allegations of SH, arguing that the footage merely shows natural, on-set chemistry between the two. Yet, Lively remains unmoved, contending that the same footage is damning and supports her claims. This dispute over the interpretation of the outtakes underscores how every piece of evidence is being scrutinized and repurposed to serve opposing agendas. What one side dismisses as innocent banter, the other interprets as indicative of more troubling behavior. Beyond the legal filings and released footage, this feud holds significant implications for both the film and Hollywood at large. It Ends With Us is not merely a romantic drama. It's a movie that captured global attention with its emotional resonance and star power. Now, the off-screen turmoil threatens to eclipse the film's on-screen triumph. With a trial date looming and both sides entrenched in their legal positions, the stakes have never been higher. The outcome of this case could redefine the reputations of everyone involved and potentially set a precedent for how Hollywood manages disputes that intertwine personal grievances with professional ambitions. The strategic use of digital platforms in this legal battle is particularly notable. By launching Lawsuit Info, Baldoni has embraced a modern, direct-to-audience approach that sidesteps traditional media channels. The website functions as both a legal archive and a public relations tool, offering a narrative meticulously curated by his team. This move is emblematic of an era in which social media and online platforms heavily influence public discourse. By presenting his evidence in such a detailed and organized fashion, Baldoni is challenging the mainstream media narrative and inviting the public to critically examine every claim from both sides. So, where does this leave us amid such a convoluted dispute? On one level, it's a battle over specific allegations and counterclaims, SH pitted against claims of civil extortion, defamation, and invasion of privacy. On another level, it's a power struggle over narrative control in a landscape where media influence and digital platforms are as pivotal as courtroom arguments. With every newly unveiled document and piece of evidence, public opinion seems to sway unpredictably. As is often the case in Hollywood, the true version of events remains elusive. Looking forward, the upcoming trial promises to be a turning point in this saga. With both parties armed with mountains of legal documents, text messages, outtakes, and now a publicly accessible timeline, the courtroom battle is set to capture the attention of legal experts and the general public alike. The verdict could have lasting repercussions on the careers of all involved, especially when reputations, financial interests, and personal pride are on the line. In many ways, this entire affair mirrors the dynamics of today's media landscape. It's a story where every detail is magnified by digital communication, where the line between public and private becomes increasingly blurred, and where legal disputes are waged as much on social media as in the courtroom. The clash between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively transcends a single film or set of allegations. It speaks to the broader challenge of discerning truth in an age awash with abundant yet often conflicting information. As we witness these events unfold, one can't help but wonder what the future holds for these Hollywood heavyweights. Will the evidence showcased on Baldoni's new website be enough to tip the scales in his favor? Or will Lively's resolute counter-arguments ultimately prevail, safeguarding her reputation and career? And what roles will Ryan Reynolds and the New York Times play as this drama continues to expand? Every new development layers more complexity onto the case, and with a trial date approaching, the tension is palpable. Ultimately, this isn't merely a legal dispute, it's a high-stakes drama that encapsulates the unpredictable and often ruthless nature of Hollywood. Every move is under intense scrutiny, every word dissected, and every piece of evidence has the potential to upend the carefully constructed narratives that celebrities strive to maintain. Whether you're an avid film fan, a follower of celebrity news, or simply intrigued by the intersection of law and media, this saga offers a front-row seat to a modern showdown that is both compelling and contentious. So, what lies ahead in this explosive confrontation between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively? With the boundaries between truth and manipulation increasingly blurred, one thing remains clear: the drama is far from over. As legal documents accumulate, outtakes stoke debate, and digital platforms become the new arena for narrative control, the only question is, who will ultimately prevail in this clash of Hollywood titans? Stay tuned as more evidence emerges and the trial date draws near. In a realm where reputation is currency and truth is ever shifting, the showdown between Baldoni and Lively is just heating up. In Hollywood, where the line between art and reality is razor thin, this case is set to illustrate just how volatile that boundary can be. In summary, Justin Baldoni's newly launched website is more than a mere archive of legal documents. It's a bold declaration amid a bitter feud that reflects the power struggles and media manipulation characteristic of today's celebrity culture. With fresh evidence, impassioned legal claims, and public interpretations clashing at every turn, this saga is poised to reshape how we view truth, influence, and reputation in Hollywood. One certainty remains: this battle is only just beginning, and its impact will resonate far beyond any courtroom. What do you think this latest maneuver signals for the future of celebrity legal conflicts? Could the evidence laid out finally tip the scales, or will the competing narratives continue in a relentless tug-of-war over truth? The answer may ultimately be decided in court, but until then, the drama shows no sign of abating, each new revelation only deepening the mystery. Keep watching as we update you on every twist and turn in this explosive feud. In Hollywood, when the stakes are this high, even the tiniest piece of evidence can shift the balance.